I want to talk about something serious that hurts many Nigerian families, and it's CBEX. A platform that promised to double your money in just 30 days has disappeared with billions of naira in savings. According to Business Insider Africa, an estimated 250,000 to 300,000 Nigerians invested their money in this scheme. Students, traders, workers, and even pensioners woke up to find out that their account was empty. No explanations, no refunds, just silence. Think about this. You saved every kobo, gave up small pleasure to invest in what seemed like a great chance. You signed up, you tell your friends and family, you feel proud because it looks professional and promises life-changing returns. Then one morning is all gone. You are not just broke, you are betrayed. This isn't just another internet scam. This might be the biggest financial trick we've seen since MMM. What makes CBEX especially scary is how modern and convincing it looked. It claimed to use AI and cryptocurrency trading. It sounded smart, it looked real, but it was just an old lie wrapped in a new packaging. This lie fooled everyone: educated Nigerians with good jobs, bank workers, pastors, and tech experts. When a scam has fancy tech words and happy testimonials, it's easy to fall for it, especially in a country where money is tight and any promise of extra income feels like a lifeline. CBEX didn't look like those obvious fake websites with spelling mistakes. It had a sleek design, 24/7 customer service, and social media influencers making it seem legitimate. It looked like a real trading platform with moving graphs and fake AI bots showing trades happening. If you weren't a finance expert, you would think it was real. That's just the truth. They made joining feel special, like you were getting a VIP invitation. And when early investors got paid, they proudly shared their success stories. That trust spread quickly. After all, if your friend, pastor, or boss made money, why wouldn't you join too? So here's what happened. An unregistered platform managed to fool thousands and take billions from them through several clever tactics. The people behind it remain unknown, but their methods reveal a sophisticated scam designed to exploit Nigerians in difficult economic times. In mid-2024, CBEX appeared suddenly and grew fast, looking like the answer to financial problems. It came when inflation was high, jobs were scarce, and people were struggling. So when a platform claimed it could multiply your money using AI and crypto trading, people paid attention to it. CBEX presented itself as a modern solution for investors. Their website was clean and convincing, their dashboard looked professional, and they used tech words that made it sound advanced. Terms like AI-powered trading and blockchain analysis sounded impressive. Even most people didn't understand them, but it sounded smart, modern, and profitable. They claimed to be registered in Canada and used the name CBEX to sound like the China Beijing Equity Exchange. This was no accident. It was a trick to make people think they were dealing with an official international company, maybe backed by China. In fact, Beijing Equity Exchange released a statement in 2024 officially denying any connection with CBEX. The scammers displayed fake certificates online, such as a US FinCEN registration, while no real branches existed outside Nigeria. But many people didn't check these claims before investing. They grew quickly through referrals. The more people you brought in, the more commissions you earned. Regular Nigerians became CBEX promoters. Social media was filled with videos, success stories, and screenshots of profits. Most were fake, but they worked. They created excitement. CBEX wasn't making real profits. It was using new investors' money to pay the earlier ones. Yet, for many Nigerians tired of struggling financially, it looked like a dream come true until it vanished. Many people didn't see the warning signs because they were desperate for financial relief. With a low income and a rising living cost, it's natural to jump at anything that looks like an escape. CBEX knew this psychology and exploited it skillfully. The biggest red flag was their promise of guaranteed high returns, which was 30%, 40%, sometimes even 50% monthly. Even the biggest banks in the world don't offer that. It's impossible to sustain. But CBEX made it look good that many ignored their doubts. Seeing others get early payments made it harder to walk away. Another warning sign was their avoidance of regulation. They claimed to be global and registered in Canada but never appeared on Nigeria's SEC list of approved platforms. Any company taking your money but avoiding legal oversight should raise concerns. Their changing web addresses was another problem. Multiple domain names, CBEX9.com and IBEX.com came and went like they were hiding their tracks. Real businesses don't operate this way. This is what scammers do to stay ahead of authorities. Then there was the withdrawal problems. Victims reported high fees just to get their own money out, especially when they try to withdraw early. That's not normal finance. It's taking advantage of people. In April 2025, everything fell apart. Without warning, CBEX shut down. One day, people were checking their growing balance, and the next day, the platform was gone. Accounts were locked, money gone, just like that. The online groups where users once celebrated their profits went quiet, then disappeared. The dream became a nightmare. Before vanishing completely, CBEX tried one last trick. They told users their accounts needed a final verification fee to unlock. People were desperate. Some sent more money, hoping to save their investment. Of course, it was a lie. There were no funds left. The scammers were just taking whatever trust remained. The aftermath was chaos in Ibadan. Angry investors stormed what they thought was CBEX office, breaking furniture and demanding answers. These weren't just numbers on a screen. These were school fees, rent money, medical bills, and life savings gone in seconds. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the EFCC, quickly launched an investigation and announced that they would collaborate with Interpol to track down the masterminds, including those possibly hiding overseas. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, clarified that neither CBEX nor its affiliates were ever granted registration to operate as a digital asset exchange in Nigeria. The real damage wasn't just financial, it was the stolen hope and broken trust that hurt most deeply. When CBEX crashed, news reports claimed that over 1.3 trillion naira had disappeared. That number spread quickly online, causing panic. But when experts looked closer at blockchain records and crypto wallets linked to the scheme, they found that the actual amount was around $6.1 million. Yeah, it's still a huge sum, but that's much less than what was first reported. According to Chief Economist Paul Alaje, this is part of a larger problem. Nigerians have lost an estimated 4.8 trillion naira to pyramid scams since the collapse of MMM in 2016. The huge difference between the reported losses and the actual verified amount stems from CBEX's skill at creating illusions. They used fake profit screenshots and manipulated dashboards to convince users they were making money. People thought they had millions, but these were just fake numbers on a screen. They kept reinvesting, encouraged by staged withdrawals and online testimonials. The Nigerian SEC quickly issued warnings about unregistered investment platforms. They stressed the importance of checking any company offering financial services, especially those dealing with digital currencies. The SEC Director General, Dr. Emomotimi Agama, announced that the Commission is launching a more forceful and coordinated enforcement regime against illegal investment schemes. He emphasized that with the newly enacted Investments and Securities Act 2025, the Commission now has enhanced powers to prosecute Ponzi schemes and their promoters. The SEC advises investors to always verify the registration status of investment platforms via their dedicated portal www.sec.gov.ng/CMOS before investing. This advice has been given many times, but it's often ignored until it's too late. In the past, the SEC has successfully shut down similar Ponzi schemes, with some promoters like Ponzi Interbiz being jailed for defrauding Nigerians. CBEX isn't the first scam like this in Nigeria, and unless things change, it won't be the last. Over the past 10 years, we've seen this happen repeatedly. A new scheme appears, promises wealth, grows quickly, then disappears with people's money. Remember MMM Nigeria in 2016? It attracted over 2.4 million people with the same promise, 30% profit in 30 days. When it collapsed, life savings vanished overnight. That should have been a warning to all. In 2020, MBA Forex did the same thing, this time using foreign exchange trading as its cover. Over 213 billion naira was lost. People thought it was legitimate because it had offices, staff, and media coverage. But like CBEX, it paid early investors to keep the illusion going until money ran out. Other similar scams followed. Rack Sterling, with influencer support, Baraza Cooperative playing on community trust, Chinemark Group hiding behind logistics and hospitality businesses, and Loom Nigeria operating as a simple money cycle on WhatsApp. Each followed the same pattern: flashy marketing, unrealistic returns, viral growth, then collapse. What's concerning is how they evolve. CBEX used crypto and AI language instead of traditional investment terms. It sounded more advanced and modern, but at the end of it, it was still another Ponzi scheme. The faces change, the Ponzi methods get smarter, but the goal remains the same: to exploit hope, trust, and economic hardship. In May 2023, Nigeria updated its financial laws through the Investment and Securities Act. This law targets fraudulent investment schemes. Anyone running a Ponzi scheme can face up to 10 years in prison, pay a 20 million naira fine, or both. The act expressly prohibits Ponzi and pyramid schemes, stipulating that promoters and operators of any entity engaged in prohibited scheme commit an offense and are liable to conviction to these penalties. The law now includes digital assets like cryptocurrencies as investments that must be regulated, providing a clear legal framework for digital assets. CBEX should have been registered with the SEC, but it wasn't. CBEX operated entirely online, claiming to be based in Hong Kong, registered in Canada, with no physical office in Nigeria. It used encrypted platforms like Telegram and crypto wallets to move money, making it extremely difficult to track. The EFCC and Interpol continue to follow leads to find those responsible, but recovering money sent through multiple crypto wallets across different countries is challenging, especially when some countries don't cooperate well on cybercrime. Beyond law enforcement, we need better financial education. Nigerians must question any offer that seems too good to be true and check the SEC's website before investing. Once the excitement fades away, only reality remains, and by then, it's usually too late. If you have lost money to CBEX or a similar scam, here are 5 steps you should take right now. First, report the scam immediately. Contact the EFCC through their official channels or visit their nearest office. Bring any evidence you have: screenshots, transaction records, and communication with the platform. The faster you report, the better chance authorities have of tracking the money. Second, gather and secure all your evidence. Take screenshots of the platform if it's still accessible, save all transaction records, and document any communication you had with them. This evidence is crucial for investigations and potential legal action. Third, join forces with other victims. Look for legitimate support groups online where victims are sharing information and coordinating with authorities. There's power in numbers. Collective action can push for faster investigations and possible recovery. Fourth, protect yourself from follow-up scams. After major fraud like CBEX, recovery experts often appear, claiming they can get your money back for a fee. These are usually secondary scams targeting victims when they are most vulnerable. Never pay anyone upfront who promises to recover your lost funds. Fifth, rebuild carefully. Start small, stick to regulated investments, and focus on financial education. Real wealth takes time to build. Consider speaking with a certified financial advisor about realistic investment strategies that match your goals and risk tolerance. Remember, recovering from financial fraud takes time. Be patient with yourself and focus on moving forward wisely. You can share your experience so others can learn, but don't let shame or regret hold you back from rebuilding your financial future. Thanks for watching this important video. If you found this information helpful, please hit that subscribe button as I post new content every week. Alright, till the next one, bye for now.